Do you guys remember this story that I posted a few days ago? Well, she's posted an update of where she's been and what happened, and I'm just gonna play the fucking video.
Hey guys, so I know a lot of you guys have questions after I posted that one video on Saturday night, and I'm here to answer all your questions. I know that I posted the video and I just kind of ghosted for so many days. I already posted this on my Twitter and on my Instagram, but I actually was in the hospital these past few days. As many of you guys know, a lot of you guys may know my friend, well, my old friend, this girl, her name is Marley, aka the Glam Goth. Turns out she actually was never a friend of mine. After I posted that video on Monday morning, she showed up to my house and she convinced my mother to have me admitted into a psych ward against my will. I was there for 5 days. I was there Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. I just got home today, this afternoon. While I was there, I was drugged against my will as well. Marley, she was there in the hospital. She visited me the first night that I was staying in the hospital. She tricked me. She tricked me into going into the psych ward and basically tricked me and tricked my family into lying to me to convince me so I can be, held in a mental institution against my will. What else is there to tell you guys? The reason why I posted that video the other day is because I think that I'm psychic. It runs on my dad's side of the family. I posted this on my Twitter and some people were, oh girl, you don't sound okay because you're saying that you think you're psychic. I'm sorry, do you guys not believe in psychics? Like, I thought it was common knowledge that psychics exist. Anyways, I have posted that video because I wanted to warn you guys about what I think is going to happen if certain things don't change in the United States. My sister told me today that TikTok is going to be banned in a few days officially, that the law was officially passed while I was in the hospital. I think it has something to do with the TikTok that I posted. I know it was already in the works, but that TikTok really caused a lot of commotion. So basically what I have to say to you guys is, I don't know the future, but I do think that something terribly bad is going to happen in this country if things don't change. And I think it may be in everybody's best interest to go back to a different country, if you can, because I don't think that the United States is safe at all whatsoever, and I don't think it's going to be safe. I actually just came home right now from watching Civil War. When I had posted that video, I actually did not even watch that movie yet, but I just got home from watching it, and it was really scary, and yes, it looked exactly what I thought it would look like. After October 7th happened, I was actually in New York filming a documentary, and while I was in New York, I had this dream. I had a dream of what the end of the world looked like. It was the Palestine stuff that really, really, really shook me up, and I do think that this stuff and what the U.S. is doing right now, along with Israel and Palestine, I do believe that the U.S. will pay for its crimes. That's why I think that if you're a good person and you want nothing to do with this, I do think that you should consider leaving this country if something like that could ever happen. Anyways, yeah, I didn't post that video to scare anybody. I was posting that video because I genuinely wanted to warn you guys about what would happen, what I thought would happen in this country. When I said that my husband and I would pay the price, I already paid the price. I paid the price while I was in the institution. I was there for 5 days. The first day was terrible. They treated me terribly. There were actually only about 4 doctors in that hospital that were really nice to me. I wrote their names down while I was in the hospital. A woman named Gina, a guy named Edward, Chris, and Kevin. They were the only people that were really nice to me while I was in that hospital. So I wrote their names down because I wanted to give them a shout out for whenever I came back on TikTok. Now, regarding Marley, I don't really want to say too much about Marley. She is demonic. I really don't want to get into that. She is evil. She was never a real friend. I also found out, I had this stalker in LA that was stalking me and trying to hunt me down for a really long time. And it turns out that Marley and that girl are actually best friends. That's another thing that I found out as well while I was in the hospital. I was in the hospital for 5 days, and the whole entire time I had to turn into a fucking Oscar nominee to get out of there. I had to pretend like, I didn't believe anything that I said, and I was just delusional. And by the way, after being in the doctor's office, and the doctors running all, they found out that there was nothing wrong with me, and I'm perfectly, perfectly, perfectly fine. And I have proof of that if anyone wants to know. So no, I am not crazy. I didn't join a cult. I didn't lose my mind. The only person I worship is God. I worship God, and I worship God alone. And that's the reason why I felt like I had to give you guys that message. I've also been texting people in my life, close people, and telling them the same thing, that I think that there is going to be a civil war in the United States and that people should leave. I'm not going to say too much more about Marley, but just know that me and her are no friends. She is an evil, vicious person. She also owes me about $3,000. I was nothing but a good friend to her. Even she could tell you that. I was nothing but a good friend to her, but she was extremely envious of everything that I had in my life. She was actually in love with my husband. She has had a crush on him since over the summer. She's been very vocal about that. And I want to show you guys actually a screen recording of a video of this stalker that is best friends with Marley. And just to show you guys proof so you guys don't think I'm crazy. This video contains my text messages with this girl. This girl, she was my stalker. She was best friends with Marley. And I found out through one of her orders that she was sending people in LA to try to break me and Rafaele up. And I have proof of that coming in a second. They sent me a screenshot. Here it is. Look at it. And this woman were working together to basically ruin my life. She had no idea that I would make it out of the hospital today, and to be honest with you, I low-key was gonna go to her house and fuck her up, but I changed my mind because I never want to see her again, and I'm just gonna keep that energy out of my life. Right now, she's trying to plead her case to the people in my life and try to plead that she's not guilty. She's texting people like Aaliyah, texting my close friends that she knows know me well to try to reach out to me and try to, make me be friends with her again. But I'm never gonna be friends with her again. If I ever see her, this is the internet, so let me not say too much.
Not too much now.
I have proof of everything I'm saying. I'm not crazy. I didn't join a cult. That's what happened. That's where I've been. I hope that explains for you guys. I'm so sorry I was gone for 5 days. And by the way, don't feel bad for me. I know what I went through in the hospital was terrible. I don't really want to get into it. But if you want to feel sorry for anybody, you should feel very sorry for Marley because her fate is sealed.
Marley, bitch.
At the end of the day, I walk with God. So if you cross me, I don't care who believes me. I don't care who thinks I'm crazy. I don't care what anybody thinks. Right now, I just want to get back to work. I missed you guys. I miss being away from music. And I'm just ready to get back to work and leave all this behind me. But I did want to make a video because I do owe you guys an explanation. So that's where I was, and that's what's been going on. Another thing, I did try to fight Marley while I was in the hospital, but the guard stopped me. And on her way out, the last time I saw her, she laughed at me and she stuck her tongue out at me and did a middle finger and was laughing at me because she thought that I would be stuck in the psych ward forever. Well, Marley, I'm out now. So
Marley, bitch, stay out
I
her
hope
way.
that we run into each other.
Marley.